guys, I am Devi and welcome back to Devi's Law Capsule. Friends, this video is regarding emergency provision which comes under constitutional law. The concept of emergency was borrowed from Weimar Constitution of Germany, and in India, Part 18, Article 352 to 360 explains about three different types of emergencies. That is, national emergency mentioned under Article 352, second, state emergency mentioned under Article 356, and third, financial emergency mentioned under Article 360. And the power to impose all these emergencies vests with the President of India. The rationality behind incorporation of emergency provision under Indian Constitution is to safeguard the sovereignty, unity, integrity and security of the country. During emergency, the center becomes more powerful and the state comes under the total control of the center. That is, the emergency provision converts the federal structure of the Indian Constitution into a unitary one without any formal amendment. So this kind of transformation of political system from federal during normal times and unitary during emergency is a unique feature of the Indian Constitution. Moving on to national emergency. Under Article 352, the President can proclaim national emergency when the security of India or any part of it is threatened either by war, external aggression or armed rebellion. It may be noted that the President can declare national emergency even before the occurrence of war, external aggression and armed rebellion. Now let's see war, external aggression and armed rebellion in detail. War means when a country declares a formal war against India and there is a violent struggle using armed force. In such situation, the President can impose national emergency. Second is about external aggression. External aggression means when a country attacks another country without any formal declaration. In such situation, the President can impose national emergency. Next is about armed rebellion. That is, emergency due to armed rebellion may be imposed by the President when a group of people rebel against the present government which led to the destruction of the life and property. When national emergency is declared on the ground of war and external aggression, it is known as external emergency. On the other hand, if national emergency is declared on the ground of armed rebellion, it is known as internal emergency. Actually, the term armed rebellion was inserted by the 44th Amendment Act 1978, and before this, the term internal disturbance was used. Next is that the proclamation of emergency must be approved by both the houses. That is Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha within 1 month from the date of its issue. Okay? And if it is approved by both the houses, then the emergency continues for a period of 6 months. There are two important amendments that comes under national emergency. First is 38th Amendment Act 1957 made a declaration of national emergency immune from judicial review. And this provision was deleted by the 44th Amendment Act 1978. And further, in Minerva Mills versus Union of India in the year 1980, the Supreme Court held that the proclamation of national emergency is subjected to judicial review. Moving on to the effects of national emergency. First is effect on central-state relation, which is further classified into legislative relation, executive relation and financial relation. In the legislative relation, the Parliament empowered to make laws on subject that is mentioned in the state list. Second is executive relation. Here, the centre become entitled to give executive direction to the state on any matter. Third one is financial relation. That is, the president can modify laws on constitutional distribution of revenues between the center and the state. Second point is effect on life of Lok Sabha and State Assembly. Here, while proclamation of national emergency, the life of Lok Sabha and State Assembly may extend beyond normal term for 1 year at a time. Third point is effect on fundamental rights. That is, during emergency, all fundamental rights except Article 20 and 21 are suspended. So these are some of the points that comes under national emergency. Next is about state emergency. State emergency is mentioned under Article 356 of the Indian Constitution. It is also known as presidential rule or constitutional emergency. And this emergency arises due to the failure of constitutional machinery. The state emergency is proclaimed by the president when he gets a report from the governor of the concerned state that the state administration cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of the constitution. The proclamation of state emergency must be approved by both the houses of the parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, within 2 months from the date of its issue. Effect of presidential rule. First point is that the president takes up all the functions of the state government and the powers vested in the governor or the executive authority. Second point is that the president declares the powers of the state legislative are to be exercised by the parliament. And third point is that the president takes all other necessary steps including suspension of fundamental provisions relating to a body or authority in a state. So this is all about state emergency. Next is about financial emergency. Article 360 empowers the president to declare financial emergency if he is satisfied that a situation arises due to which the financial stability or credit of India or any part of its territory is threatened. The proclamation of financial emergency has to be approved by both the houses of the parliament, that is by Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, within 2 months from the date of its issue. Effect of financial emergency. First point is that the president may issue directions to reduce the salaries and allowances of all or any person serving union and state. Second point is that the president also have the power to reduce the salaries of judges of Supreme Court and High Court. So this is all about emergency provision. Friends, please do like, share, subscribe and also press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.